couple of years ago, I took a leap of faith. I gave up a really good job to be a full-time streamer, and if we're being honest, I didn't really know what I was doing. But I knew I loved gaming, and I love this community. And since then, a lot has changed. We made the right friends who taught us what it meant to play together. We found the right game, one that felt like it was made for us. And we won together.
Oh my God.
A lot. But it wasn't just about gaming. We used our platform for a good cause. We found creative ways to get involved, and we had a lot of laughs along the way. It's been a crazy journey, but we're just getting started. Our story continues, exclusively on YouTube Gaming.
Unless you live under a rock, you probably know that Dr. Lupo has made the switch from Twitch to YouTube. Now, I myself also made a switch from Twitch to YouTube several months back. Of course, it didn't make as big of headlines, but if you guys are interested in why I did, then I'll leave a link to the video above my head right now, and you guys can go and check that out. Now, I think it goes without saying that this switch by Dr. Lupo is absolutely huge for YouTube gaming. Now, the reasons for Dr. Lupo's switch hasn't really come out yet, and at the time of me filming this, we don't know if it's because YouTube sought him out, or paying him, whether it was just a personal / business choice that he just wanted to make. But either way, this is a huge deal for YouTube gaming and the future of streaming on YouTube. Now, for a long time, Twitch has been the king of streaming platforms, and it's no secret that it pretty much still is today. But that obviously does not mean that it is the place to be streaming. As you have seen by the switch from Dr. Lupo, and he's not the first to make the switch. Of course, you have CourageJD, Valkyrae, and now we have Dr. Lupo. However, that wasn't really by choice. But nonetheless, he's on here and he's a pretty big name. And before we go any further, I want to hear from you guys. Make a comment down below who you want to see make the switch from Twitch over to YouTube Gaming. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on that, because I have a feeling Dr. Lupo won't be the last, especially with all the nonsense that just keeps on going on over at Twitch. From rumors of their COO and CEO leaving the company, and hate raids, and much more. I wouldn't be surprised to see more big names following Dr. Lupo over to YouTube here in the near future. I mean, we can speculate all we want, who's gonna make the switch, who would be a great fit for YouTube, yada yada. Maybe that's a video for another day, but today, I wanna talk about the people who are on YouTube and the effects that can have on this platform, coming from someone who's currently streaming here on YouTube, which you can find me every Monday through Thursday from 6:30 p.m. Eastern and on, and sometimes on the weekends. So what changes exactly do I hope to see from YouTube here, hopefully this year? So far today, YouTube has added features like clips, although as of right now, the clip feature is not available to every creator on the platform, which is annoying. So that being said, that is one of the things I'm hoping will come in the near future. And then there's another feature that is available to everybody on the platform, which if you're monetized or not, doesn't matter, it's available to you. That being subscriber only chat. Whether or not that's a feature you want to use is completely up to you. However, it is a streaming feature that has been recently added. So you can see there's no secret that YouTube Gaming is trying, and they're not taking this competition against Twitch very lightly. Now, although I keep mentioning that I wouldn't find it far-fetched for more streamers to come over to YouTube Gaming from Twitch, I would be surprised to see a flood of them coming over until some of these issues with YouTube Gaming have been resolved. And by issues, I mean lack of streaming tools. Because it's no secret that when you make this switch from Twitch to YouTube, and Dr. Disrespect talked about this in a very recent stream, that you're losing a lot of money, which pretty much everyone loves money, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons people do not want to leave that platform, because it's way easier to get money on Twitch, assuming you have a following. With things like gifted subs, bits, Prime subs, all things that YouTube does not have, it just leads to a lot more money for people who are on Twitch. Obviously, people like Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman are huge names over on the Purple platform, and they have some pretty generous givers in their community. I mean, almost every day you'll see them gifted 50 to 100 subs by one person who has more money than they know what to do with. And as of right now, that can't happen on YouTube. So that is one feature that would be nice and probably enable more people to be making that switch from Twitch to YouTube. Now, how easy that is for them to integrate, I don't know. But what I do know is that it should be pretty close to top priority for YouTube to start implementing in their platform today. Another thing, like I mentioned, would be something equivalent to what a Prime sub is over on Twitch. Obviously, that's a way for someone who may not have any money to give at all to be able to subscribe to their favorite creator for free. Obviously, this is a win-win for both the community and the creator. The person in their community gets all the perks of being a subscriber for free, and the creator gets all the perks of that person paying for a subscription. Some other things that Twitch does really well that YouTube needs to start focusing on is just overall community and chat engagement. There's a variety of tools to implement in Twitch that enables your chat to engage with you, engage with others in community, like polls, channel points, which you can use for pretty much anything that you want your channel to use channel points for. And then even within those polls, you can basically bet your channel points as just a fun little extra game for your chat to enjoy while you're gaming. Now, YouTube Gaming does have polls, but it's pretty limited as to what you can do with it. Basically, all you can do is ask yes or no questions, because two of the options within the poll that you're asking your community are yes and no. You can add more options and edit them to say whatever you want. However, you can't delete the yes or no. So there is a feature, but it's pretty limited. But even though YouTube may be lacking a lot of streaming specific features, I still think it is the better platform to be on, especially if you're a smaller creator or even just starting out. I've talked about this in plenty of videos in the past, but I'll mention it again. It is nearly impossible to be purely found through streaming, especially on Twitch. It is possible, however, through the algorithm, search features, keywords, to be found while just streaming in YouTube. Of course, I always say this as well, you'll do yourself a lot of favors by making extra content, supporting content like this video, YouTube Shorts, which YouTube now has, which is a great way to get eyes on your channel and stream. And I wanted to make sure that I was already here on YouTube, getting my feet wet, getting mixed in with the algorithm, getting an audience going on this platform before the flood of people start coming over to YouTube, because I finally realized how terrible Twitch is as a platform. I mean, if you're a larger creator, obviously you don't really feel the effects of that right now, because Twitch loves its bigger creators because it's what brings them money. But once people start realizing that, coming over to YouTube, I can promise you, you'll be happy that you were already here making a name for yourself than you would be if you tried to follow the bandwagon on over to YouTube and stand out amongst the crowd. Also, on top of a specific Twitch streamer that you'd like to see over here on YouTube, I also want to hear some thoughts from you guys on some streaming specific features that YouTube can add as well. I would love to know your guys' ideas, what you think they could add right now to help maybe make your decision of coming over to YouTube a little bit easier, or starting on YouTube to begin with. So let me know down in the comments below. This switch from Dr. Lupo is a huge deal, and I think that his is the first domino to fall in what's going to be a huge domino effect of streamers coming over to YouTube in a short matter of time. So here's to hoping this is a sign of things to come for YouTube gaming. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications so you get notified every single time I go live. And past that, that's all I have for this one. I'll catch you in the next one.